May I also start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land upon which we gather and pay my respects to their elders both past and present. May I also acknowledge Federal Member Tim Watts, and we're all over it, I know you are, so we're looking forward to the election day. I wish we could have had it a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, a couple of days to go. Our Ramadan just started, so you can just imagine how we're feeling right now as well. And may I also acknowledge the former Speaker of the House, Mr. Ahmet Langwiri, here, a great supporter of multicultural causes, and we appreciate your support tonight. And can I just say, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, inclusive of everybody, so you're all distinguished, you're all leaders in your own right, and particularly people within the Victoria University who are here tonight. We really appreciate your support in making this happen, obviously with the leadership of the Vice-Chancellor, so Professor Peter Dawkins. It's actually our pleasure to be a partner in this program. We really look forward to this program every year because it does bring the local community and the broader community together in the spirit of harmony and reaching understanding, and we're really appreciative of that. And this is our fourth collaboration, and it's wonderful to see some familiar faces but also see some new faces, and I think that's the good thing about Ramadan. It does invite people into this conversation, into this setting, so that people could converse with the person next to them and get to know one another. I know tonight's theme's about charity, and I'm looking forward to hearing our panellists speak about that, but I just want to touch on one or two other things which are close to my heart. It is a period now, obviously, with the election, but not just because of the election, but well before that, we're starting to see different types of speech and different types of communication being flourished and being perpetuated from these different platforms. We realise that it is very important to have the freedom to express your view, but we also feel that it is very important to be mindful and responsible in expressing your view because of the impact it has on others. And if we are working towards a cohesive society, it is important to be mindful of the people who have some degree of difference, whether it be from the skin colour, from different beliefs, different ideologies, different football team even, but to be respectful in the way you express your view without defaming, disparaging, even condescending the person opposite you, because it's a very important matter that's been discussed throughout years. And we've seen, particularly in this year, some horrific incidents looking at Christchurch, how that thought eventually turned into an act. We saw it in Sri Lanka, where that idea got carried out in action. And we saw one person be brazen enough to walk into a synagogue in the US and shoot an individual. Well, one individual's life was lost because of that. So although we do enjoy these freedoms, and these freedoms are very important to us, we need to work within the democratic framework to uphold these freedoms, and through this framework, through our political system, through our not-for-profit organisations, through our communities, engage in the public discourse in a manner that befits all of us and express our view by rallying or using the art of influence, by rallying momentum to win people over to your cause, and not in a non-aggressive way. Because ultimately, when it does start to go beyond the lines of normal discourse, that sort of a society is not one that we've been used to, and it's not one that we're not going to be able to tolerate. So my thoughts were just basically along the lines of that. I did want to also mention that it is a time that for the Muslim community in Australia, particularly after the Christchurch incident, they are a bit more concerned in being able to practice, well, not necessarily practice their faith, but going to a mosque because of what they saw with Christchurch. I feel that the messaging that we've received from our political leaders, our community leaders in particular, who've given us the comfort and assurance is very pleasing. We're very humbled by it. And the support that we've received from the wider community is also greatly appreciated. I think this is the sign of a strong, cohesive society. Communities bonding together in times where they potentially see challenges coming their way, which could, well, potentially disrupt this harmony that we've built up throughout the years. But it is, I feel, that everyone's responsibility and duty in a way to be able to try to perpetuate this message of tolerance at least, but we're looking to go one beyond that. We're looking for people to respect one another, respect them irrespective of their colour of skin or their faith or any ideological views that they may have, but also go beyond respect and try to seek understanding and acceptance. And that's why these sort of programs, we believe, are a way of trying to provide that platform for those conversations to take place, so that respect can manifest from those conversations. So on that, I just wanted to leave it here with you and say thank you very much for joining us. Thank you again to Victoria University, particularly the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Dawkins, who we had the great pleasure of hosting for a lecture last year, which was well received and very informative on the work that they're doing here. We congratulate them. And also to your ongoing support for coming to not only tonight, but for other initiatives similar to tonight. And we just hope we keep fighting the good fight, as we say, and doing the right thing. So thank you again. Ramadan Kareem to you all. Good evening.